Greetings at Capricorn, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. So right off the bat, I'm going to do cards this week, but I was hearing that celebrity song. I think it's by Brad Paisley. When you're a celebrity, it's adios reality. People think you're cool just because you're on TV. I can go in and out of love, have marriages that barely last a month. I mean, we all see the Ben and Jennifer thing going on. So, you know, getting back together, splitting up. There's something here that is being romanticized, and someone is... I'm also hearing the hard knocks of life for us, hard knocks of life. Now, you don't have to be necessarily a celebrity, but you can be someone who is very well-known in your field or highly respected in your field or in your city, whether you go to like trade fairs or just, again, like I said, in your field or the person that you're dealing with. And so because of that, they need to be with someone. There's a relationship here that basically just stands for like an emblem, like a status symbol, like a Star Schmucks coffee cup. Someone here could like Starbucks or Starbucks versus Dunkin'. I don't know. There's something here like celebrity versus like normal, or like influencer, high numbers versus like normal. And someone who can be in a relationship with someone, maybe they do like, you know, TikTok videos together, or they have a restaurant together, you know, they do something together. And so it's difficult to just walk away from that. They could also, you know, have marriage or kids. They can't just walk away from that, but they're also not going about severing that and going into a new relationship most appropriately, because someone here can be like still boinking the person that they're trying to get away from. They're like, well, we have kids together, you know, we have sexual needs, so we may as well fill that role. Well, you're never going to fully heal things if you're just letting, you know, the boinking time be a band-aid over what the issue is in the relationship. And if you're boinking your ex or your spouse, but you're considering, you know, you're thinking of separating or thinking of moving on, like it's not going to happen while you're in the in-between. So there's definitely a Capricorn here who's very much in the in-between, and it's not going to be resolved until you really make a choice. Now, as someone who's lived coast to coast, has tried many different things, you know, I did the whole acting and modeling thing out in LA. I did the whole show jumping professionally down in Wellington, UFC Fight Pass ring girl in Miami. A lot of that, God, such a fake, disgusting community. I can't even. But, you know, me, if I hadn't had those experiences, if I hadn't seen the truth of how disgusting and heartless and brainless those worlds are, then I would potentially have that like fear of missing out. Like, what if I could meet, you know, a celebrity, or like, not that I ever had that kind of energy, but I'm just sharing this because there's definitely a Capricorn here who's like, well, I'm a big shot. Like, I need someone who's, you know, also this or also that. And it's very fake, and it's very gaudy. Something here is very showy. Something here is just for show as well. I'm also hearing show and tell. So someone can be like, well, they have an awful heart, but like they look good. So, you know, that's enough, right? Like, we can at least boink. Like, I can get mine, they can get theirs, and they look good on my arm. So who cares? Like, someone here is trading in something for like a true emotional connection, and someone else here is like not looking at certain people because they don't have enough followers or enough status, or they're not the status symbol. Like, I don't know, there's a lot of work that needs to be done in this Capricorn reading. And remember, you could be the cross watcher, or you could be someone who has Capricorn in your chart. It is going to require a cataclysmic change. Like, someone here is going to need to make a big move, or they're going to need to finalize that divorce or finalize the papers. I'm hearing the song Papers by Usher. Papers, oh, papers. God, can't get to work on time. What are at 6 in the morning? Who are we to fight like cats and dogs at 6 in the morning? So this can be a Capricorn. It's like difficult for you to go to work on time because you're fighting with your current spouse. It's like I'm seeing like even like TV anchor. You know, it's like you could be about to start filming, and it's like they say something backhanded, and you're like, what? And today on the Sunday news at 5 p.m., like, you're sick of the BS. You're sick of it, or they're sick of it. Both of you guys are sick of it. A new beginning is here. I mean, the Tower card with the Ten of Wands is saying like it has to fall. After the Ten of Wands is the Ace of Wands, a brand new beginning. And the Wheel of Fortune is quite literally God's energy trying to change and put you into a new cycle. And you can't fully release... You can't bring in a new cycle, Capricorn, until you fully release your past cycles. This can also be total career change with the Fool card. It really does look like moving, but again, that can just be moving on to new love. For some of my Capricorns, this can also be new responsibilities. There is healing that is necessary here around children, or around wishing you could still be naive about certain things. Like I don't know, there's like a Peter Pan energy. Like you got to grow up. You're not going to have happiness if you always want to keep doors open. Like there's something here about you become more decisive when you really know who you are. And if you're not really decisive about things and you're still like, well, I don't know, this and this, this and this, well, I just like both, then you don't fully know yourself yet. Because as someone in my mid-30s, now that I've gotten to a level of knowing myself, I've lived coast to coast, I've traveled internationally, I have obviously I'm going to continue evolving, but I have a pretty good foundation of who that I am, what I want in my life, what connections I want, and I also know that just because someone has 10 million followers and they want to fly me out and wine and dine, it doesn't mean that they're a good person or that I should even, respond to them. I'd rather just leave them on red because I like doing that, because I'm like, I don't know, I read energy. So when I see if someone's like, ooh, maybe I can starstruck pull them in, there's also that energy going on here. There's finessing, or someone trying to finesse, someone trying to use their status or their money or something to try and pull someone in. And perhaps that's all they knew. That's how they were used to getting attention from others. But that's not an authentic heart connection. And that's also why someone isn't fulfilled, because they're not having authentic heartfelt connection. So it's like they're disappointed, one to the next to the next. This is kind of what I was channeling at the beginning. It's like, man, I thought this was going to be the one, and then I thought that was going to be the one. Well, you're not going to find the one until you really settle in who that you are, Capricorn, or until your person really settles that in. So you're wasting your time if you're connecting with someone that's in this energy. Six of Pentacles in reverse with the Ace of Wands. It's definitely sex based. It's definitely physical based, and they're definitely giving to others. Like I said, they're still in cahoots with their baby mama or baby daddy while they're still trying to move on and date around, or they're still in cahoots with their friends with benefits, high school friend, or call it whatever it is, like the convenient thing, and they're not at a place yet where they're strong enough to totally cut something down or cut someone down. They would like to change. That was the Two of Pentacles, wherever it disappeared. They're still juggling, okay? Or you're still juggling, Capricorn. All of these cards are flying around. Someone has to move away from a situation, move away from a person. And for some, it is going to be a legal separation. This is a contractual thing. It is moving away from a home. It is filing that divorce. It is putting in your last 2 weeks. It's like someone here, could be looking for a new job, but it's like you're not going to find that right job until you get out of where you're at. So there is a kind of need of Jesus, take the wheel. Like there is kind of that rendition of energy coming out for my Capricorns. For my females, you are being told to soften, to step back. You can feel like you're kind of a bird in a cage right now, like it's not in your control, and it's not. A blessing is on its way to you, but you are being told, this 4 energy. 4 is restriction. It's holding back. It's tending to your own garden, not giving your energy out to others. This is going to bring more blessings to you. You can see a lot of 4s, which is all about the foundation. It's all about harmony and peace. It's all about taking a nap and sleeping more is actually what's going to help you shed the weight, rather than the yang energy of like working out harder, running extra miles, being in the gym lifting weights every day. Like the energy that's here, Capricorn, is softening, is actually going to bring in the bigger blessing. Literally, it's like you could just sleep for 2 days and not binge eat like you usually do, and you'll lose like 10 pounds versus like working out crazy in the gym and then fighting with yourself and having a mental fight of like, I want to drink this, or I want to eat those chips and queso, or it's like there's certain things here where it's like less is more. And again, Capricorn, the be all end all card is people, jobs, and situations in your life are currently trying to be removed so that they can be replaced, and they cannot be fully replaced unless there is room for the replacement. It's kind of simple. It's like you can't bring another horse into the barn if all the stalls are full. You got to empty some stalls. You got to make some sacrifices, Capricorn, before you can bring in something new. Also, you're being told to have a healthy sense of pride, because even if you're not also a celebrity or don't have the same amount of followers, your heart is pure. Your identity and your heritage, like you have a sense of who you are. You know your identity more than that person with the money, with the fake followers, whatever. So there's something here about real versus fake, and the real really does shine through, but the fake is going to try and pull at the real. I don't know, there's something with that. Bless you. Also, I'm hearing Triple Crown. I know that is a feed. Also, races though, but there's like 3 legs to it. So there's something where something could have to be separated into like 3 legs of moving something forward. Bless you.